Swiper, you saying that's actually crazy, bro.
Which
Because
part?
I'm that you felt like the gap is closer between USA and the next best country as opposed to the Warriors and the rest of.
Well, no, there's nobody who was beating them in a series, though. I think that was the thing.
Do you remember who the Warriors were in 2016?
No one's beating them in a series.
Do you remember who Kevin Durant, LeBron James,
Okay.
No. But Ron, you remember, Ron.
Anthony Edwards.
Oh.
But you remember, Draymond was at its apex, Clay was at its apex, Steph was at its apex, Durant was at its apex, and they had Iggy and Sean Livingston and a bit like they were just. And then it just to be clear, when Steph went out the game and Sean Livingston was in the game with KD, they had a 6'7" point guard, a 6'8" shooting guard, a 6'12" player at the power forward, and then they had Draymond Green and Iggy. When Steph went out, that team could still compete in the West. And Sean Livingston didn't miss the mid-range shot. He did it.
So we just had tonight. They ain't go to Game 7 in real life. We just had tonight. No one.
No, man. We know why that happened, though. We know why that happened. They snoozed off half that series and decided we're going to make it interesting. That's all that happened.
No, they were getting cooked. That's what happened.
That's not true. They got smoked in Game 5 and they got smoked in Game 6. So that's just not true. But
we see the team take them to 7.
But Ron, I'm trying to figure out how you completely dismissing. Okay, this is what I want you to remember, Ron. This is what I want you to remember more than anything, because I know that you remember this. I want you to remember who Steph Curry was at that time. I want you to remember who Klay Thompson was at that time. They had won 73 games. This was going to be touted as the best team of all time. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Andrew Bogut an all-league defender at that point?
In 15, I think he was.
So maybe it was the year before. I'm sorry. Okay, so with all of that being said, Ron, I want you to imagine Denver losing in the NBA championship to Miami and then adding Giannis.
Adding Jason Tatum. What? Giannis Tatum, whoever.
Jason Tatum, I mean.
Bruh.
Now take that Denver crew and add Giannis to that crew. What?
That's not as good as Team USA.
I can tell you right now.
Respect. Giannis and Jokic take Team USA down right now. From
a talent standpoint, Mars. Sure.
Lie, Mars.
But the way that this crew is put together, the way that this crew is put together, I can tell you right now, Adam Silver will be like, hell no, we're not doing that. Nope, you got to go somewhere else and play. No, you're not.
No, they can't veto no more. That's done. They're not vetoing no more. This ain't no owner-led team anymore with the Pelicans.
Put the kibosh on that. No, we can't. You got to go play somewhere else, man. You're not going to Denver. Hell no. You're gonna completely shit. If
that fluky 21 run doesn't happen, I still believe to this day that the Nuggets would have gave them 4 first-round picks, MPJ, and a bunch of other assets, and they would have got Giannis on that roster, bro. We got robbed.
In Denver?
Everybody got robbed. That was the thing. Remember, Giannis was going to ask out because they shouldn't have won. They shouldn't have won. I genuinely thought and that was the last. Remember, he had one more year in his deal. Giannis was going to ask out. And then that whole thing happened.
I don't remember hearing Giannis wanting to ask
out.
Remember,
he hadn't signed. The whole thing was he didn't sign because they weren't winning. And then that happened that time, and they blew it up. And then they got Drew Holiday. Remember after the bubble. This is the year after the bubble. They blew it up at that point in time. Got Drew on the roster, traded those 3 first-round picks, and then they did it again with the Dame trade. So twice that happened. They just didn't win anything this last time, and they probably won't win anything this time. So I'm just telling you, man. Everybody missed out.
Fellas, I want to rewind it back though, because this is potentially one of the greatest USA teams of all time, and we've actually had a couple people, and I'm gonna quote exactly who said this. We've actually had a couple people say that this actually is the best USA team of all time. And you mean to tell me that the gap is closer between these guys and the next best country, who we don't, Germany? Dennis Schroeder and Franz Wagner.
Respect, Franz.
But it's good. But these are good basketball teams, though. Because but the thing in Germany,
so were the 2017 Cavs.
But you remember this though too, Ron. And at this level with FIBA, if you can match the U.S.'s athleticism, match it to a degree, you can shorten the odds in that game. That's why South Sudan. They had the athleticism. They had 3-point shooting.
That's only hope. It's South Sudan.
No. Germany has athletes on that roster, Ron. Stop playing.
Ron,
what are you doing?
Ron, we're not.
Hey,
Ron, wait. So the answer to Team USA is athletes.
I think athleticism, you got to be able to mitigate it to a degree. You cannot turn the ball over like a reckless amount,
100%.
and you have to hit jumpers. So you're going to have all three of those things to stay in the game. This is to be in the game, not to win, to be in the game. Serbia, they could have to make
that to beat the Warriors.
They're going to have to make 25. They're going to, I would say, legitimately, not even playing with you. Serbia needs to make 15 to 19 3-pointers today to make it a game. And this is when Jokic isn't in the game, by the way. Like, they need to be able to hit like 7 or 8 threes to 6 threes when he's not in the game, and then he comes back. I'll tell you this right now: if it's a 5-point game going into the fourth quarter, Serbia can win a game.
But
they have to keep it close.
You know, Jokic isn't in the game. More than likely, I'm just gonna say our bench. I don't know what the actual lineup's gonna be, but Bam Adebayo, Anthony Davis, which is probably one of the most treacherous duos. Anthony Edwards, Kevin
Jason
Durant,
Tatum probably not.
But that's the thing. They could juggle Jason Tatum. They could throw Tyrese in there. They could throw Drew in there. They could throw Derek White in there. Hell, it could be one of the starters in the game.
You got to hit threes.
But you act like Team USA is not going to hit threes too.
They might not. They made 31 threes in the first 2 games versus Serbia. What if they don't do that again?
I want to get in a shootout with a bunch of Wild Wild West Cowboys. With Doc Holliday.
Who in the U.S. is a shooter? Who? KD? Who else?
Jason Tatum.
No, he ain't.
We're forgetting about the best shooter of all time.
Okay. He been clanking this Olympics. I'm just telling you. Okay. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just telling y'all the solution.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chill. You've been trying to
your
talk.
solution's unrealistic, but go ahead.
Mars, what's the separator? Because to Swiper's point, when you talk about just being in the game, he didn't say anything about winning. He just said just to compete. You got to match athleticism. And I think to add to that, physicality. I think you got to match that too. I think South Sudan was able to do most of that, right? So what's the separator when you're talking about the Golden State Warriors? What was the difference with all of those guys?
I mean, in order to beat the Warriors, you just needed 2 of the 3 scorers to have a bad shooting night. Had very good chances of winning. So you needed.
You needed 2 of the 3 scorers to have a bad shooting night. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I remember this because these are my first times watching NBA basketball.
Yeah.
That bum Lakers team beat the Warriors by 20 because Stephen Clay couldn't make a shot.
Right.
That was the Lakers pre-LeBron. This is pre-Lonzo Ball Lakers era.
Right.
This is post-Kobe, pre-Lonzo Lakers team beaten by 20
there you go.
Stephen Clay couldn't make a shot. Like the solution to be that team, we just need 2 of the 3 scorers to not be able to score, and you win a game. Yep. This USA team, that's not the solution. LeBron doesn't score, someone else will score. KD doesn't score, someone else will score.
What about the Celtics versus the Lakers this year with Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell with no LeBron and AD? Similar situation. Yeah. Go bonkers. Yeah.
In an NBA setting, yes, the Pistons went to overtime with the Celtics. These teams can beat each other. NBA, these international teams cannot beat Team USA.
Well, here's the thing, though, Miles. We just saw South Sudan and Team USA in a dogfight. So
I watched the Lakers do it.
It's okay, sure. It's something that's possible that it could be done. How often, to your point, is KD and Steph Curry gonna shoot like that? Because again, we're talking about in the NBA, we're talking about winning 4 times in a week. As Steph
will have a bad shooting night once every 7 or so games.
Okay, okay, Mars, I want you to stay right there. So let's say
have a bad shooting night like once every 7 or 8 games.
Okay, so that's game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals, and we're up 2-0 already in the series. Oh, I'm sorry, that's game like 5 in the Western Conference semifinals, and we're up 3-1. So that's 1 bad game. And then when am I going to do it again? I'm probably not going to do it again for the rest of the season because I already had the 1 bad shooting game in the playoffs. So I'm not going to have any more for the rest of the season, which would equate to us winning. Now, when you have that bad shooting night, or you match that athleticism, you match that physicality, that's why I think the Team USA in 1992, the fact that they could speed the game up and make the game fast, and Team USA this year is so bad in transition and on the offense, and they have a difficult time with teams that are really good on the offensive glass, they can be beat.
It's more likely you beat the Warriors than you beat the
times in a
Team
week?
USA.
Wow.
Chill. I'm inclined, and I'm about to kind of go left with this. I'm inclined to believe that 2017 Warriors team will beat this Serbia team.
Yeah, that's not like a crazy
the 2017 Warriors would win the silver medal.
So what I'm trying to say,
they might win gold.
This USA team will mop that 2017 Warriors team.
No, they would not mop them. a prime Steph and KD with Iggy, Andre, and Clay. Y'all are so. I'm so sick of y'all.
This is wrong.
I'm
This is
so
wrong
sick of
right
y'all.
here.
No, this is me and Ron. This is me and
y'all.
Ron. This is me and Ron. We aren't about to act like this same
Hey,
17
2v2 then. Do it 2v2. Do it 2v2 because y'all gonna lose. Cause y'all both one of y'all got a losing record in PCL, and another two of us is undefeated. This is the undefeated side. Y'all got losing records on that side, so we can put this up 2v2 if you want. We'll take 2017 right now versus Team USA. When you got Jason Tatum shooting up bricks, and I'm telling you, Steph Curry and KD and Iggy and Clay and Dre in their prime. I tell you what, right now, the best defender on the court is Dre. The best defender on the court is Dre. The best offensive player on the court is going to be Steph, and the second best player of everybody is Kevin Durant in 2016-17. So they got the best player and the second best player and the best defender. Let's get it.
Go 3-3-12. You did 1 and 2. That was
no,
great.
why you always doing 3-2-12? I don't need to do that. I don't need to do it. Guess what? I guarantee you this. Hey, chill. I tell him this. Sean Livingston give me better minutes than Jason Tatum this year. Right now. Put that in your bag. Sean Livingston giving you better minutes than Jason Tatum right now. Ron, am I lying? 2016-17.
Yes.
No, Ron. Now you want to be today. Now you want to forfeit and be a casual today. Now you want to forfeit and be a casual today.
You're not talking out your mouth. You're talking out your ass right now, Swiper.
Understand roles.
You're talking out your ass right now, Swiper. This is ridiculous. This is the worst take you've ever had on this Player's Choice platform. Are you insane, Swiper?